Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom. I want to kick off, as I always do, by saying thank you so much for listening to the show. I really appreciate everyone who subscribes, who listens. You know, Battle Resume's been going a little while now, probably about, since January, so about 15, 16 months, something like that, a year and a half or whatever. So if you've just listened for the first time, if you've been listening ever since back in the day, ever since Shocks and Kraft and E. Farrell and all those opening episodes, I just want to say thank you. You know, I do really appreciate everyone that you know, digs the show, everyone that enjoys the show. If you want to give back to the show in any way, there's many ways you can do that. You can subscribe to us on any of the platforms that we're on. That's on YouTube, or also on iTunes, or also on Stitcher, Downcast, Podbean, however you download your audio content, you can get us on there. You can also leave us a review on iTunes. A review is greatly appreciated. Maybe you're just listening now and you've got nothing else to do. Go on iTunes, leave us a little 5-star review, write something, check out what other people have written. You know, there's some cool stuff there. So go on to iTunes, Patreon as well. I'm always going to push that Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone that's donating on there as well. If you want to get access to lots and lots of Battle Resume episodes way before they come out. I've got some great guests lined up, I should say, including Scoop. I've also got A-Ward coming on the show soon as well, so that's going to be on the Patreon. So if you want to listen to those sort of material way before they come on the channel, donate a little bit to us on Patreon. There's lots of other great stuff on there as well. But yeah, thank yous over. You know, that's all the sort of the shop out of the way. Very excited to introduce my guest today as we're going through Latepril Fools and various other assorted things. It's the man Max Pepsi. How's it going?
Hello, Tom. Nice. How's it going?
It's well, man. And we were saying, you know, before we went on air, you have many names, right? Like, you battled on training days. What was your name on training days? You battled under briefly.
It was Azazel. I went by Azazel on training days. Yeah. The fifth battle. That actually name came across, right? When I battled Triple the Scientist, Bamalam asked for my name, and I was busy researching what an Azazel was, and I accidentally sent it to Bamalam with this massive list of what Azazel was, and I was like, oh, sorry, that's not my name, and he goes, oh, I'll put it on the flyer, and I stick with it. I was like, oh shit, sorry.
And I mean, can you explain to us what an Azazel is?
It basically was a demon that came. It was an angel that fell, and it couldn't get its wings to come back.
Right.
And basically just went on the murder spree.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, in some traditions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, Azazel is a name for a fallen angel. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's pretty epic sounding, pretty like Soul Calibur final boss sort of swag there, you know. And but now you're Max Pepsi.
Yeah, it come to the point when people couldn't even pronounce it, and I was just like, don't have that name. And then Mickey Worthless, I was just Max on King of the Realms, and Mickey Worthless went for promotional reasons, changed it to Max Pepsi, and it's just stuck from there. Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't look a Mick horse in the mouth. I think that guy, you know, that guy's a talent with branding. So yeah, we should.
Well, I think he obviously done it for a reason. He thought, oh, I can't just have my normal name, and ever since then, I've just stuck with it. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. I think just having your own name on King of the Realms is bad luck. I mean, lest we remember Fozzie versus Jack. So,
legendary battle.
You know, incredible. Amazing battle. Unbelievable. Still their most viewed battle by, I think, like 40K. So, you know, and why wouldn't it be? But we're here to talk about Latepril Fools. But just before we get into this great card which just got announced, Newcastle, Don't Flop Newcastle just went down. You know, just quickly, a little recap of them. Obviously, you battled yourself. We'll get onto that. But talk to me about the other battles. What's some good stuff you remember?
Kofi versus McCaw. Kofi, well, he's had a few battles on Don't Flop.
Yeah.
People put Kofi down, and he was really good on this one. It was the best I've ever seen Kofi. And McCaw had many Harry Potter bars.
Really?
Like, I think he did a whole round of just Harry Potter bars. It was just so funny.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, right, okay, just, yeah.
It was just really funny.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Then went to the Grime Clash, which was probably the most. It was the two people, Blitz and Just Beeve, had a northeast beef going for about a year or so, like back and forth. So that was like a northeast thing, and then that was like the most. It was like loads of reloads completely. So hopefully they get back onto keeping it 140. Me versus Seuss happened.
Yeah. Talk about it.
People said it was my best performance, but obviously Seuss was like another level, way above me. He just 3-0'd us, to be honest. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
And he came with like, he basically played out the angle that have been used against us, but he like so well where if someone else tried to use them, it would probably like fail.
Yeah.
So then went to Dank Schrader versus Cannell, which both of them had me creasing on stage. I was stood next to the second angle cameraman, who was my friend Dan. I just unbelievably laughed at both rounds. It was so funny. And then after that, it was Mata versus Jay Short, which was a one-rounder. But I didn't know until the day was it going to be a one-rounder.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame, that, really.
Yeah, I thought if both of them did 3 rounds, it would be really good. But it was still a really good clash. And don't get us wrong. And then Bobby Rex versus Dialect is what everyone thought it was going to be. Just pure best, probably the best I've seen them both.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've heard it's a great clash. Really exciting to watch that one.
Cancellations of obviously Def and Caustic and Danny and Zane, but of what the card was. If all of them went down, even with them, it would have been like probably the best card ever. But what was left, obviously, there was still a really, really, really good card.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's a shame, especially, both with the Zayn battle and Danny, but especially Caustic versus Def. I'm actually going to have Def on the show in a few days. We're going to go through the sort of what happened there and futures and stuff like that in battling, so that should be quite good. Keep your ears peeled for this. But let's get into this Latepril Fools card. And I mean, as a theme, as an essence that Don't Flop do, the April, the Maypril, the Latepril Fools, are you a fan of these, Max?
I absolutely love them. It's probably my favourite event. If I ever got asked to go on the card, I would just probably, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what concept or anything, but the concepts people come up with are just good as well. And
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, it's such it puts Don't Flop in such a unique light. Really, like there's such a strong sense of irony here. We're really able to laugh at ourselves, really able to push the idea of battling a bit further, and there's some good concepts on this one as well. There's some interesting ones. We kick off with a battle that doesn't have a concept in the little brackets to its right, in the little yellow. But I guess some people are laughing at this already, maybe rightly, maybe wrongly. This is Catnip versus Motif.
Oh, the Hood Classic.
Right.
Classic's coming down. Who you got winning?
I'm excited. Yeah, I think Motif definitely has momentum, the fan appreciation behind him, the sort of mythic nature. Catnip was okay. Like, she battled J Ferg, and J Ferg, who was rocking the Battle Rap Resume t-shirt in this battle, so I'm always going to be biased in that battle in memory. But Catnip, I remember speaking to Jay afterwards, and he was saying, she's much better on beat and stuff, and I checked out some of the stuff, and I thought she was quite good. So I don't really, I've seen very little of both of them to call it, but I mean, it's quite a nice kind of it's a very Latepril Foolsy kind of matchup.
Yeah, it's like the whole Callum for the Forum and Jay Cruz thing.
Yeah.
When they first battled, obviously Jay Cruz came off that tryout, which he's a Tiny K tryout, which wasn't the best tryouts. But he got that. It was the whole hype thing. So I think Motif's going to get that whole hype about everyone give.
Yeah.
Like both them, which was. To be honest, the Callum and Jay Cruz have both came off that pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Catnip, personally, because Motive spent about 12 words in these tryouts.
Right.
But I think Catnip's probably the better one out of them both.
Yeah. I think technically, and I think she's certainly got something to prove as well. As I say, the last time we saw her was on that Next in Line card, so it's quite a few months have passed. Christ, Next in Line was a while ago now. Next in Line 2's not too far away in the pipeline. But we get to the next battle. This is kind of a classic, Latepril Fools kind of fodder here. A compliments battle. Don't Flop loves compliments battles. Battle Rap loves compliments battles. Me and John Whitmore did a great episode on compliments battles back in the day. Very slept on in terms of views. So if you want to listen to something Battle Resume-esque, you should definitely go. And J Red versus Callum from the forum. Generous J Red versus Complimentary Callum is how it's titled on here. What do you make of this one, Max?
Well, I never thought J Red. I would never actually see J Red actually doing something like this.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him for a while. He hasn't been on battling for a while. He's been like having a gap off or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but J Red's probably one of the funniest people I've seen. So, person just speaking to as well. So, and Callum from the forum, he's a good battler. He's a nice person as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Callum's going to win this one. But I don't really know how you could call a winner in this one because they're both going to be nice to each other. So.
Yeah. And I know what you're saying as well about Jay Red. It's just kind of, he does have that slight absurdity to him and stuff like that is quite good. I think in the Danny Jack battle especially, you showed that element to him. But I can see Callum kind of sinking his teeth a bit deeper into the complimentary element here, and just kind of, all you wear is red, and I'm not going to put bars in his mouth, but I can see it kind of in this sort of rabble. Obviously having Callum back as well, he's kind of beloved amongst the masses here. So I think it will go down well. But good to see J Red back, and we get another thing here, kind of an antecedent of these earlier April Fool's battles, the beatbox battles. I'm not going to pretend to know who ABH or Freddie Beats are, but I mean, always good to see a beatbox battle, right?
Yeah, the caustic, not caustic, the Jefferson Price.
Oh yeah.
The Sizzling one with the on-beat, they were rapping them when they
the
beatboxing. That was one of my favourite beatbox type things that's ever happened. And but I know none of these people. I'm not going to lie. I don't know ABH or anyone.
I'm not really too much on that scene, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, it's kind of one of those things that you have at Don't Flop events from time to time, and it's really good to see down. Also good to see down are freestyle battles, especially if they have Jay Short involved. Obviously this guy is on a tear freestyle wise, he's so fucking good, and he's going up against Madness like in a freestyle clash. This could be awesome.
Yeah, Jay Short's really good at freestyle. It was a Jay Short Pedro. Yeah.
Has Jay Short Pedro happened? I think Jay Short's battled Dots.
Yeah, that's a really good back and forth. And
yeah.
The 4-bar back to back with Cystic he had.
That's right. Yeah, that was another April Fool's. Yeah.
And Madness vs Psychosis Holocaust, didn't he? In
the movies.
The movie, yeah. So he was really good in that. I don't know why he's like freestyling though. So.
Yeah, but I think all those grind time guys have a bit of that in their arsenal. You know what I mean? They're kind of quite nice off the top sort of thing, and I think. Again, he has such a winning persona, and there'll be a lot for these two to sort of get into each other with. Obviously, Madness is sort of headlining as well, so this will, I don't know, warm him up slightly. I don't really know what these tracks are, sort of thing. But
I think Jay Short's going to win this because I don't think Jay Short's really Jay Short. Jay Short Dots is like probably one of the best, and I thought Dots was going to like obviously annihilate it, but I thought Jay Short won that one.
Yeah, and I remember seeing actually after we mentioned J Cruz versus Callum, and obviously another Hood Classic went down, myself versus 142, and I remember after that battle we all went outside for the last few battles, and Zen Soweto went down, and also J Short Yunnan, and J Short bodied Yunnan freestyle.
Oh, it was in the park on the corner, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was just, it was quite a gruesome massacre there. Jay Short did really good. Like, Jay Short is good. I think Jay Short against Sharon maybe showed you the level that he's at, but obviously Sharon is like, the Azazel, the top god of this shit, so kind of difficult to mass over. But yeah, this will be good. And we have another Grime Clash. We have 142, as I just mentioned, going against Lady Shocker. I like this matchup.
Yeah, well, I never thought, I never actually assumed this was ever going to happen like this. I didn't expect this one. But 142, people, I think 142 is pretty good. He against Bilzar when he was battling Bilzar, he actually had some really good bars. And people think like, oh, it's just 142 and they take the make up on the forum, but he's actually quite good on beat. I really like him on beat.
Yeah. No, me too. I think he's proved a lot of people wrong. And Lady Shocker's been away for time, hasn't she? Don't remember her being on here for ages.
I watched Here versus Extra not so long ago on Words of Weapons. But rest in peace, Words of Weapons.
Yeah. I always mourn Words of Weapons. It was a great fucking league.
It was, but I watched Here versus Extra, and she's good on that one. But she's favourite to win. But I think 142 is going to win. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. He's got something to prove that he's not really supposed to be still slept on, even though he battled Bilzar. He did really good against Bilzar.
Yeah,
but I think 142's got more to prove than Lady Shocker.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. And this battle that we're getting onto now is definitely the one that I'm most excited for. This is obviously great to see a battle anyway. Jay Short's back from the Little Madness freestyle. The only description for this battle, Max, is alliteration. Like, what could this be?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if he's got obviously A's got alliterate like J short, so it's like J's all the way through.
Yeah.
Or J short's got alliterate A all the way through, or they're just gonna pick random letters and do the whole round. But honestly, I couldn't even call it.
No. It's hard to know what it is. But
Sorrigal was the ultimate alliterator of. Alliterator? That's a good word.
Alliterator, yeah.
Of battle rap, because he used to have loads of alliteration, but I have no idea about these two. I don't know what's going to be. I think they're both really good battlers. But A was supposed to battle Yorks on the top 8.
He was, yeah.
Down, so maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
I think you're right. Actually, though, I didn't consider that A would do J and J would do A. That makes. In my head, they would do 3 short rounds of just a letter would be picked. This is the M round. This is but whatever. It's probably going to be like you said. That's actually more interesting. So yeah, this could be fun. And I'm thinking a little bit of say Bobby Rex when he did that Ambi round against Ambi with the acronym. I love that sort of Lewis Carroll wordplay, interlocky sort of stuff. And I think A and J short. I think A especially. I think he's going to do some great material here. I'm really looking forward to this one. And Jay Dillon, obviously last time we had the April Fools, was it in Liverpool? And he did the sort of for and against Brexit. We're having another Jay Dillon versus Jay Dillon for and against. What could he be arguing this time, I wonder? I can't really think what's on the zeitgeist as potently.
I'm not. I don't know if it would be like the general election or something like that.
I guess so, yeah.
Or against Theresa May or something. If he's dressed up as a woman, fair enough. But
yeah, I think the election would have already just happened, I think. I think the voting's on the 8th and this will be on the 10th. So, I mean, it wouldn't, it's not like they could release it viral in time or whatever. But yeah, maybe it's just...
Unless say, just pick the subject or something, you've got to do a for and against in this, and he's just doing something like that. But Jay Dillon is... I've known Jay Dillon for a long time. He tried out on Get Slated ages ago, and I was on the same event at the time. I was at the event at the time, and ever since then I talked to him. So he's a really nice person. So
yeah. I mean, he is a very creative guy and seems to sort of dwell well within these characters. So that'll be fun to see go down. Now the next battle. Battle Rap Resume, we rub shoulders with the stars, we get the inside scoop here. This next battle might not happen, I should say. This is Crafty versus Mr. Tongue Twister, an impressions battle. I spoke to Crafty today, actually, just sort of saying, looking forward to the event sort of thing. And he was saying that Mr. Tongue Twister, for whatever reason, isn't going to be there, has pulled out. I don't know if he's pulled out, but whatever, I don't know what the circumstances are. But trying to get Crafty an opponent for this still, for this to go ahead. But, I mean, an impressions battle, another good concept.
Yeah, really good. I haven't seen... Does Crafty do impressions of people?
He does, actually. He released a video on his Facebook a while ago that compiled his impressions, and off the top of my head, I recall him doing a Jay Shaw impression. He definitely does a Liv Winter impression. I'm pretty sure...
he does a Liv Winter one in his battle, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does a Conquer B one as well. I can't think of anything else that he goes through, but he must do quite a few of them. I don't think he does a Press 1 one. I don't think he does an Ambi one either, or maybe does a Heretic one. I'm going for all these Crafty battles there, but he is good at them. He's quite an apt mimic. So I think if I can get him against someone else who's similar, this could be quite tasty.
Yeah, Mr. Tongue Twister was the battle's not going down now, but Mr. Tongue Twister did one of Evil in
yes,
Evil, and I thought that was just genius at the time. I thought someone needed to say something like that to Evil, and of the whole you force your wordplay and of the Scottish version of it. He was really good at it. So it's a shame that this one isn't going down. So
yeah, great shame. Hopefully by the time these event goes down, there is a replacement there for Kraft, because it's always good to see him on the card. We get to a penultimate battle here. This is Lefty versus P Soldier, which is interestingly ghost written. Now, just before we went on air, actually, released. I don't know if this is a joke or not, but let's just take it as wrote. He says, update, I am ecstatic to confirm that Lefty's ghostwriter will be Callum Boone, also known as Woebetide, and P Soldier's ghostwriter will be Jay Cruz. I mean, a ghost-written battle, writing someone else's bars for them, and the audience are aware that, oh shit, this is P Soldier spitting Jay Cruz bars. This could be phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, if they're the two people, I had when it first got released, and I was thinking, who could be the ghostwriters? And I was thinking, maybe Big J's writing for P Soldier and Matt is writing for Lefty or something like that.
Right, okay.
Like they're obviously they're opposite 2-on-2s, but of your options, will be tied. And he battled that Tooth guy in the last battle.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He said to me he done really good apparently. But yeah, he's an alright person. He's battled Max Sherry on King of the Ronalds, and he battled a few times. He battled Kofi. I remember watching that, but he's improved. But I think if Jay Cruz has wrote P Soldier's bars, I think P Soldier's got the performance at the same type of stuff what Jay Cruz comes. Jay Cruz does the odd gun bar and stuff like that, and P Soldier's known for the rat-a-tat-tat thing.
Sure.
And I think Jay Cruz could probably write better stuff than will be tied anyway. So
yeah, I think so. And I think Jay Cruz, one of the main complaints about Jay Cruz is that the bars are actually quite hard, but the delivery's a little bit guarded. And I think you give something like one of those bars to P Soldier, then he will deliver it, just incredibly well. I think the guy knows how to sell a bar and also construct a bar. So this will be really, really cool. And the top battle, there's no concept to this battle. This battle's meant to go down many, many times. I believe 4, someone put on Facebook. That might be true. Off the top of my head, I can definitely remember 2. I think it was supposed to go down at one of the early sort of set the standard to the test 10 kind of events. And I definitely know it was meant to go down at an event that I actually went to in 2013, the Don't Flop Liverpool event, where you had Marlowe versus Most Prob and what went down? Yeah, sort of, I think J90 Big Sarters or something like that. Some boring battle went down there as well. But other battles as well. Blizzard versus O'Shea. Blizzard came in at the last minute to fill in for Madness, who couldn't make it for whatever reason. O'Shea versus Madness, Max, is this something that excites you?
Yeah, every O'Shea battle excites me, to be honest. It's just O'Shea's style. He never, even if O'Shea has a half-arsed performance, O'Shea's half-arsed performance still entertains the whole crowd. He's just one of them people who's just an entertainer. So
yeah, that's so true. That's so true. And Madness equally has that ease of persona. And I think these guys, the fact they've been meaning to battle for so long, it's going to give it.
I hope it goes down this time. Hopefully.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, and I should say as well, on the card just above these, there is 2 big pertinent pieces of information. Live commentary from Danny Jack and Tony D. I don't know how this is going to work. Are they going to be is it going to be like a live feed? Is it going to be like they're commentating over the battles? I'm quite curious.
I assume they would just be doing like a Facebook live video or them 2 talking when the battles are happening, stuff like that or something like that.
Yeah.
Then you get the interviews.
Yeah, that's right. My name is actually on the card, which is crazy to see. Very, very, shout outs to all the Don't Flop guys for having me back again. Did the checkpoint interviews, which I believe are coming out on YouTube. If Ryan Morgan doesn't upload them, I actually have them on my hard drive and I will upload them. It's not going to be like a 8th birthday pre-party sort of situation, because there's some lost gold there that hopefully one day
I was looking forward to even the pre-party of the 8th birthday. I was looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, man, me too. The 20-minute interview of me and Math Hoffa is legendary, but whatever. It's I don't know. It'll come out one day. I'm sure we'll get a Kickstarter to do that, or whatever. But yeah, I'll be doing live interviews as well. So if you are listening, make sure that you like the Don't Flop page. I'm sure I'm going to spam it on the Battle Resume Twitter and all that. And I should say, just before we get onto the final thing to discuss as well, this event is going down Saturday the 10th of June, so not too far away. It's 4 p.m. till 10 at Birthdays in Dalston. I've never been there myself. £5 advance tickets are available from don'tflop.com/tickets. Of course, they will go up in price as we get closer and closer. But as it's a April Fool's event, I wouldn't imagine it'd be too expensive. These are always a really, really fun event as well. You can maybe, I'm hopefully going to be bringing a few friends to them as well, just because it's not, you don't have to be as invested in the storylines, as it were. You can just kind of
this type of event, like Lateral Fools, is the one that I got my friends to watch Battle Rap through. Like it might have been one of the original April Fools events, and I showed them the battles to my friends, and they got into Battle Rap through this type of event. So it's obviously it's just a fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to see. We're also going to get a Royal Rumble, which we haven't had for a long time on Don't Flop. Most of them have been really, really good. Obviously, the first one with Sharon and Bullets, the kind of post-Checkpoint 2 one, I believe that was really good. Then the Big Cannon, which was a April Fool's one, you get confused, was really good one as well. The Amsterdam one, they're always fun, even if they're kind of a little lackluster in parts. It's just great to see all the battlers existing in this freestyle environment. And we have got a melting pot of talent here. If this Royal Rumble goes off, it could be legendary.
Yeah, as I say, these at the Royal Rumbles, I think it's the people like myself who's not probably a lower tier battle like myself. In people like Tony D, who's like a god tier, will be in the same type of battle. And it's like I would never be able to verse like someone like Tony D. But in these type of Royal Rumbles, you just show each other of like just your random bits of skill of. I don't know. It's funny. I just think it's funny.
Yeah. No. It's a perfect thing to cap the evening off. I think it's going to make for.
That's going to win.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be, I absolutely cannot wait for this. It's going to be so much fun. I should say again, Saturday the 10th of June, pick up your tickets, Latepril Falls, I should be there. All these battlers are going to be there as well. Danny, Jack and Tony are doing live commentary, maybe you can gate crash that. But Max, I guess I should wrap up, social media wise, do you have any projects online that you want to promote? Like, how do people get at you?
Just Facebook, Max Crozier on Facebook.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man.
In Viewpoint, you can.
Yeah, of course. Just tag him. Just say what you thought of the episode. And battling wise, are you going to be battling more regularly, or?
Well, I had obviously I was like half active, half inactive for bits and bobs, and then now I've got quite a lot of free time. So I've got Blunt Ted next, the Hood. The Hood Classic is going to be of me and Blunt Ted, which is rescheduled 4 times. So that's at Kofi's house party.
Oh, right.
On Dub Scandals. Shout out to Dub Scandals.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Dub.
No, they're a really good league they're building up. So
yeah, they're doing well. Yeah, me and Domsky are gonna break down their upcoming cards soon. So that should be really good to have on as well. But Max, this has been great to have you on, man. Great to go through the card.
Thank you very much.